Okay, so this is the new hair. Ask Barclays for a 20k loan and just go crazy. We've been on a mission to make the house feel as cosy as possible after our move. If you're not caught up, we recently moved from a 200-year-old cottage into a newer, much nicer house, and we're trying to make it really beautiful and homely. So we've just been to the garden centre and got a blue hydrangea plant and another fuchsia, and we're going to try and make the garden really beautiful. We're just on our way to pick up some amazing bedding from Next that I'm so excited to show you. So as soon as we get home, I'm going to put it on the bed, and I think then the upstairs will start to come together because we've only really done the downstairs. We're having a very posh day. We just went to Waitrose and I got a Black Forest Gatto and we got 2 mini quiches. Thought the garden centre that we were in today was a bit expensive, but I didn't realise just how expensive. It was £26 for a hydrangea. They have them wild around here, but I just wanted one that was already established, so we've just paid £26, and then we've just seen one in here for 15, and it didn't really seem any different. Oh well, learnt our lesson. To enjoy my coffee, they have like a food section, like a Cornish food section in here. If you were ever having a party,
it's called the Great Cornish Food Store.
Yeah, if you're ever having a party in Cornwall, then the Great Cornish Food Store would be a nice place to get like quality bits, but it would be very expensive.
Take a load out.
Yeah, ask Barclays for a 20k loan and just go crazy. Home time.
Home time.
No
That
more
wish
money
just
in the
called
bank.
and said go home.
With these cushions, the cases are linen from Next, and then what I did was bought, so the cases are 45 by 45 centimeters. I bought the actual feather filled inserts were 47 by 47. I basically wanted these to be really juicy. The reason that we've gone for pink and blue is because I picked the design and then I thought, how fair is it to have a room with a man? I've got an ostrich lamp with feathers for a body and gold legs, and if I have stripy pink linen cushions, he, out of the pink and blue bedding, he obviously liked the blue flowers more. In the cooler months, we'll probably have a throw on this, which I'll just make more pink in that. So I don't know about you, but just seeing this pink on pink, oh, I love it so much. I just think it looks so nice. And the blue is just a bit like, oh, for me. I realise like the main reason is because though they're supposed to be the same, that has a white background. This has like a warmer tinge for some reason. I absolutely adore the cushions. I adore the sheet. Let me know if you can think of maybe a bedspread like this, if you have one that you like. I might get a bedspread with the pink on it, so basically I can just hide the blue. This bedding's very soft, 100% cotton. We've also got blue in our rug, so yeah, let me know what you think. feel feel so cheeky right now, and I really want to order some floral curtains to match the bedding. I just want the house to look like the inside of a Brambly Hedge book. I just don't think that is a bad thing. Hang on. I'm going to go and get it right now.
Yeah, I love this plant.
Just a quick reminder, I know it's early in the video, but do check if you are subscribed or not if you enjoy my videos, because sometimes I'm watching my favourite creators and I realise I'm not even subscribed to them. I had that recently with Hannah Adkins. I love her videos, I watch them every week and I wasn't even subscribed. I was really shocked. But obviously you don't have to do that, just if you're enjoying the peaceful vibe and the ASMR, and I'm just liking this slow pace I've got going today. But I'm trying to keep it interesting, and I'm also going to be posting twice a week, because I just love connecting with everybody, and I kind of find that on Sunday, having a whole week before posting again, I'm just so excited to have a new video going up. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of the video now. Just a little note from me. I did want to ask your opinion though. On this amazing, beautiful walk, we met this incredible man. He was called Rab and he was 90, but I would have thought he was in his early 70s. I had a beautiful conversation with him and we were just talking about apps to scan birdsong and also plants. I wanted to ask you, do you think it would be weird to pop a little card through his door to say how much I enjoyed our conversation and good luck with his move? Because he said he was moving with his wife, and I thought at 90 years old that is such a big change, and it might be nice to just have a little bit of support. But if you think it's a bit of a weird thing to do or invasive, then let me know. But he was so lovely. He shook our hand at the end. He asked our names. He asked lots of questions. He was a wonderful man, and I was really touched by our interaction. Good morning. I just wanted to show you the beautiful sunlight that I get in my office. Good morning. I'm going to dye my hair, but I thought I would chat at the same time. I've never actually toned it before. It is so greasy, but I was leaving it because I had it in the back of my mind that I needed to go and get a brush like an applicator brush, and then I realised that I'm not going to go into town to get one brush. And I do have this, so I'm just going to use this. My sister typically does my hair, but obviously living far away now. I used to have little highlights in it every 6 months. But I think I'm going to give up on those because I don't really care that much. The only thing I want to make sure is that, so I've got to do a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's just like learn this together. I might go and get a goo pot for my measurer. I use Agora by Schwarzkopf. This is the packaging, because you can buy the salon stuff yourself. You just get it cheaper if a hairdresser obviously does it. Let's see if I can match that. But yeah, I have something to complain about today, because basically when we moved into our previous tenancy, the toilet seat wasn't attached, it was falling off. The cupboards in the kitchen and the drawers, like some of them were like broken and you couldn't even open them properly or shut them properly, so my dad had to do all of that on the day we moved in. So I put my pink gloves on. There was also just loads of stuff like under the stairs. They'd let the previous people, they'd let them leave things under the stairs. They'd left big paint, like big buckets of paint under the stairs. We couldn't even use the understairs as storage really, because they never cleared it by the back door. They left this bucket full of rubbish. I don't know what it was. It wasn't rubbish as in like actual rubbish, but nothing we had any use for, and we asked them to remove it and they didn't. They left ever, and they left the garden in such a state we couldn't actually access it properly, so we kept it relatively nice whilst we were there. And anyway, when we left the property, there was like glass underneath the washing machine and literally every white good, and even brushed the floor. Also same with like the hoovering, they hadn't hoovered. There were dead spiders. There were literally 100 dead spiders in that house when we moved in. And then we've just got the thing back today and they're complaining. I'm not very impressed with the pernickety nature of the report, assuming there were things we asked to be done a long time ago and they never did it, and then they came back to us and said, was that you or us? And I've just mixed all of those in there. You can't actually see, but it's up to the same level, and I've done mostly 765. Anyway, that's enough moaning from me. I just wound me up this morning, saying they basically asked us to come back to wipe the inside glass of the 30-year-old oven, and they're selling the property. They also asked us to only clean one section of the floor that was like that before we moved in. I'll go and do it obviously, but the fact that they didn't even hoover it for us to move in, and they want us to like wipe down all of these things. I guess it's not the worst ask in the world, but now we've got to drive like half an hour to go and wipe the inside of an oven. Like, I feel sorry for whoever's buying it because they didn't deep clean it when we moved in. I doubt they deep cleaned it the time before that, and they're not cleaning it, they're not even getting a cleaner in after we leave.
I applied this as quickly as I could, and then after the application left it on for only 10 minutes.
Oh, it's ever so dark. I actually think this is probably what my natural hair colour is. I don't like having blonde hair when it's completely grown out and has no tone. So when my sister does it, she highlights it and tones it, so there's like different shades going through. Obviously I'm not going to attempt to highlight my own hair because I don't care enough about my appearance to take on that kind of task, because I'll mess it up and then I'll just be like, oh well. So I think that it probably will just kind of look like my natural colour all over my head, and then maybe I will get Amelia to do it in about a month. She can, when this tone is like washed out, she can put some highlights in again for me if I want it. But to be honest, maybe I'll play around with just having like a deeper colour, but I feel like no one's gonna like it. I feel like people want me to be blonde because I was blonde when I was growing up, but my natural hair colour is not blonde anymore, and I also don't really like, I'm always in a bit of a difficult mindset with hair dyeing, because I feel like we kind of teach, it's not that important, but I feel like we kind of teach women that their natural state isn't good enough. Like when we say that people should have pedicures, or it's ugly and they should have their nails done and they should have their hair dyed. I feel like there's a lot of expectations on women. Eyebrows should be done, legs should be shaved. I don't really like this idea that everything that we are naturally isn't right. I can probably, hopefully, really what I'd like to do is leave it after this, and maybe the sun will lighten it a little bit and I can just leave it alone. Okay, so this is the new hair. I have to just say that it will fade probably very quickly. I think this colour will probably last 2 weeks, and then it'll probably just go back to what it looked like before, but with a slightly different tone, maybe a little bit less warm. Yeah, I quite like it. It's probably just pretty close to what my natural hair colour would be. I think as well, like once it's faded, if I want to do anything else to it, I might try something a little bit more of a golden type colour. However, unfortunately, I love the way that golden hair looks, but any time I've put warm colour on my hair, it really doesn't suit me, or like my own colouring. So maybe when I'm more tanned, I'll get away with a more golden colour, but whilst I'm pale, it doesn't tend to suit me. But anyway, I've styled it.